Chicago Cubs. News today.
Bleacher bums, the Cubs just quietly brought back a guy you'd probably already written off. And this might be exactly the kind of under-the-radar move that decides a division race in September. The Cubs front office quietly signed left-handed pitcher Drew Pomeranz, 37 years old, to a minor league contract. The organization hasn't made it official, but Pomeranz already took the mound for AAA Iowa on Sunday, throwing one scoreless inning, allowing one walk, and striking out two batters. The timing here is everything. This Cubs pitching staff has been getting hammered by injuries all year, both in the rotation and out of the bullpen, and the front office has been forced into patchwork solutions almost every single week just to get through 9 innings. Pomeranz isn't some random depth signing either. He's a name Cubs fans already know well from 2025. He was recently let go by the Los Angeles Angels after a 1-year, $4 million deal that completely fell apart in Anaheim. So the real question becomes, is this front office fishing in proven waters? Or are they just recycling a problem the rest of the league already passed on twice? I'm going to be straight with you on this one. I actually like this move. Not because I think Pomeranz single-handedly saves the bullpen down the stretch, but because this is exactly the kind of low-risk bet a smart front office makes when money's tight and the need is real. We're talking about a minor league contract here. Basically zero financial risk. If it doesn't pan out, nobody even notices. But if it does work, the Cubs just got themselves an experienced lefty arm for next to nothing, right in the thick of a division race that's nowhere near decided. To really understand why this signing makes sense, you've got to go back to what Pomeranz actually did with the Cubs in 2025. After years away from the big leagues dealing with injuries, including a torn flexor tendon and a follow-up elbow cleanup procedure, he came back and flat-out surprised everybody. 57 appearances, an ERA of 2.17, 49 and 2/3 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts, a strikeout rate of 28.1%, and a walk rate of just 7.4%. Those are elite reliever numbers, full stop. That performance is exactly what landed him a 1-year deal with the Angels heading into the next season. But Anaheim told a completely different story. His ERA ballooned to 5.01 across 23 and 1/3 innings. His strikeout rate collapsed to 14.8%, while his walk rate climbed to 11.1%. The result was a designation for assignment, followed by his release. Now he's right back where things actually clicked for him, on a deal that costs the organization almost nothing. And here's the part almost nobody's bringing up. Pomeranz only had that breakout season because the Cubs built a specific, defined role around him in a bullpen that was already under pressure. In Anaheim, he got thrown into a totally different setup without that same structure or comfort. So, I want to know what you think. Does role and environment matter more than age when we're talking about a reliever past 35? For me, this whole Pomeranz situation is basically a case study in how modern bullpens actually function. It's not just about raw stuff or velocity, it's about fit, sequencing, and deployment. This guy has a left-handed arsenal that can neutralize both righties and lefties when he's used the right way, and the Cubs already know that firsthand because they watched it happen up close in 2025. The gap between that 2.17 ERA with Chicago and the 5.01 with the Angels isn't random variance. That's a system difference, plain and simple. And when you look at where this roster stands right now, getting hit by injury after injury in both the rotation and the bullpen, bringing back a guy who already produced inside this exact same structure tells me this front office actually understands its own team. Stack this up against other low-cost depth moves they've made this season, and you start seeing a clear pattern. Target players with recent, role-specific success inside the organization already. Keep the risk minimal, and maximize the familiarity factor. If Pomeranz can even replicate part of what he did before, The Cubs just added real, meaningful bullpen depth at the exact moment the division race is getting tighter by the week. For now, this is still just a minor league contract, nothing locked in for the majors yet. But if Pomeranz keeps pitching the way he did on Sunday down in Des Moines, this could end up being one of the smartest, cheapest moves this front office makes all season long. Keep your eyes on this one, because this story is far from finished. So tell me, Northside Nation, do you actually trust Pomeranz to step up and reinforce this bullpen down the stretch? Or do you think the Cubs are just rolling the dice on the same guy twice? Drop your take in the comments below.